Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Alright, hello everyone, how is everyone doing? Let's get into it. Okay, this week I've started doing outreach, alright? As I said, I wanted to do some omni-channel outreach, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, SMS, mail, phone, everything, right? Hold up. I'm eating at the same time. So I basically did that. I started by sending out cold emails, did that through my whole list, and sending SMS or preferably voice notes on WhatsApp. I found out that voice notes on WhatsApp had the highest reply rate by far, so I'm really looking to dive deep into that one. I think my scripts are shit. Let me tell you why I say this. Because I've realized something about cold outreach, and I'm quite grateful for it, although it is painful in the moment. Let me just tell you this. I heard everyone say you gotta do at least 100 outreaches a day. You gotta do volume, okay? Agreed. I think from the little I know of outreach, all right, especially cold outreach, volume is very important. But what does that sacrifice on? It sacrifices on personalization, right? And if you look like a spammer or you look like a bot, no one's going to respond. And I think I did that mistake. I started the day with like, okay, I gotta send. I'm gonna email my entire list, and I'm gonna not blast them because I don't want to use a software, but I'm just gonna blast them and see who responds, right? And so I didn't use a software because I wanted to be compliant. And holy shit, by the way, just a tangent, cold email, fucking pain in the ass, right? You gotta warm up the domain, IP, reputation, some bullshit, otherwise it goes to spam. Whew, boy, I need to figure that one out. But so what I did was basically my script was hi, name, compliment about what they did recently, and I think I could help with whatever. Just send just tell me if you want a video to explain your problems, etc., etc. Bullshit, basically. That was my script, and that script sucked. Let me tell you why. Because I sent a voice note to someone, and they told me, hey dude, just to let you know, I get about 10 of these messages a day, so you're probably trying to sell me Google ads or Facebook ads. We're good right now. And that was the message. Very polite, very courteous. I'm grateful. But hearing that this guy got 10 plus messages a day really kicked me in the chest, right? For multiple reasons. Number one, I thought since I'm in France, people in France aren't as entrepreneurial as in America. I thought, okay, I might be the only player on the field. Wrong. Fucking wrong, bro. Wrong on all levels. There's probably 10,000 other guys in France right now trying to get clients in the same exact niche as me using the same exact script. Secondly, why was that tough to hear? Because my message, although I thought I was being unique by doing, the classic compliment, so they respond, blah, 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 everyone's doing that shit. I just looked like a copycat, cookie cutter guy. And so, of course, he told me, bro, you're just like all these other dudes, right? And and that caught me because, I thought it was going to be easy. No, I didn't. It's not that I thought it was going to be easy. It's that I thought I was smart enough to make it somewhat easy. But I know that's a sin of pride, right? In retrospect, I know, and in the moment, I knew I'm fooling myself, but you know how the brain works. Basically that kind of kicked me in the nuts, and I started thinking over again. So I'm not gonna optimize for speed. I'm gonna optimize for reply rate. Hear me out. If I get only 20 outreaches done in a day, I would consider it successful if and only if I provided so much value that they would at least reply to say, thanks for all the value you provided. I just don't want to work for you. But at least they talk to me, okay? Hear me out. So what if, because my brain is all over the place. I didn't sleep well. My lead magnet, right, is supposed to show them that I'm competent. However, it's behind this barrier of them telling me yes. That's what they require to see the lead magnet, even to my first message. And since 10,000 other people are sending them the same exact message, they're not going to say yes to 10,000 people, right? So I need to stand out. And to stand out, I think I will, first and foremost, my very first message, push my lead magnet onto them. Like, don't even ask them. And also, since it's the first thing they see, I make it personalizable, I make it applicable, and I make it darn well good. Here's what I'm thinking, okay? Instead of just the video, here's how you use a lead magnet, I actually do a Loom video. That's actually quite frequent, cold Looms, whatever. But not just that. I do a Loom video of either their website, how it's not a good landing page, or I also saw that when outreaching, a lot of them are being targeted with ads by competitors. So let's say solar guy A is running ads on the keywords for solar guy B, right? So I can show them that their prospect, when typing in their name or when typing in solar panel installation, they see their competitor and how they're losing clients. I can show that to them. It's very personalizable. I talk to them. That can really put some FOMO in the mofo. Hold on, let me say that again. That was fun. That can really put some FOMO in a mofo, right? Okay. Then I can give them a templated lead magnet, which is the ebook I talked about. I just put their logo in, put their name in, boom, send it over, and I give them a templated landing page, all right? And I tell them, here's how you use it, boom, boom, boom. I made a video about it if you're interested. Also, motherfucker, if you would like us to run traffic to that landing page, we'll work for you for free until it becomes profitable for you to pay us. And so you have all of these value. Now, it wasn't structured properly the way I said it, but think of it this way. Like, hold on. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Think of it this way. You just, the guy, sorry, I'm exhausted. Just send a message. I tell him, here's what I found wrong, and it's really wrong. It's not just like, something's wrong with your website. By the way, love the logo on your fucking business card. Bullshit, No, I actually show them, look, dude, your competitor is running ads on your keywords. You're losing actual money. Like, you could be making money off of this, if you actually knew how to do it. Also, here's a lead magnet you can give to your prospect. Also, here's a landing page you can put that lead magnet on. Also, I'll work for you for free until it works. And if you're not interested, well then goodbye. Does that not optimize for reply rate? Or is it not at least better than just hi, name, compliment, something wrong with your website, tell me if you want me to send it over? I think yes. It's a hypothesis. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to think I'm smarter than I am. It's a hypothesis. I'm willing to test it, and if it doesn't work, I'll try something else, okay? But that's my idea. I'm really going to try and at least spend time on the outreach, and if I only can get 20 outreaches a day out, if they're actually super valuable, I can only say it goes for the best, right? Because if you get 150, 200 outreaches out in a day, but they're kind of shit, then your reputation goes down. Gmail and Yahoo and Outlook start to figure out that you're kind of a spammer. People talk shit about you. It kind of gets demoralizing, and you just waste leads. But if you actually provide value and they don't use it, or they don't want to work with you, at least they can say, well, hey, he actually did some research and looked at my business and actually provided value, but I just don't want to work with him because XYZ. And that's just my thought process. Again, hypothesis, I'll test it out. What I'm going to do this week, I was working on that landing page. It's quasi done. And also, forgive me. Oh shit, I'm exhausted. What did I want to say? Yes. Also, I think in the future, I'll be able to speed things up on the personalization side. I can put in SOPs to do shit faster, and I can maybe get reach outs to 50 a day, 70 a day, 100 a day. We'll see. So yeah, what I want to do is build these templated things really quickly. I got an interview with someone that wants to know how I use AI in my business. So pretty cool. Right now this afternoon. Then I'll start reaching out. I would like also to document my exact process for reaching out so I can actually build a good SOP. And later on I can standardize the shit out of it and actually make it go faster and hire VAs and stuff like this. This week's lesson, I thought about it the entire week. The week's lesson is whenever you interact with a client or with a prospect or with anybody, if it's in a business context, always provide an irresistible offer. Always, whether it be in communication, outreach, sales, customer service, whatever, always make offers to people so good that they feel stupid saying no. That's from the Offers book. And I realized that the first message I send is my first impression. Isn't there a phrase like something, first impressions, super important, whatever? You know what I'm talking about. Well, that's what I'm doing, and I'm just throwing it out of the door, trying to sound smart with my compliment. By the way, something's wrong with your website. Mind if I send it over? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure it works. But I just don't feel confident repeating the mistakes that the guy outlined to me. Like it's an opportunity, right? The guy told me, "Listen, buddy, you sound like everyone else," and I could keep going, and I'm sure I might get a few clients from that method. But I'm sure I can also pivot and do something different and provide value to the market and yeah, whatever. Talked about the lesson. Yeah, provide value at all times. I'm gonna start eating and I'll work till I drop dead. Let's go. Au nom du Père, et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen.